It's been a little while since I've roasted your sim rig, so I thought with a fresh batch of willing participants, we're going to go through your sim rigs, give my honest opinions on what's good and what's bad, and hopefully have some fun along the way. If you enjoy this video and you want to see your own rig featured on one of these in the future, feel free to enter my Discord. There'll be a link down below somewhere. Head over to the Roast My Rig section and post your beautiful contraptions there. Let's get into it. The first rig is by a guy called Normal, and well, it kinda looks normal. Looks like a standard aluminium frame slid under a desk with a curved 16:9 monitor. What Moser is that? Is that an R5? One of the dinkers. A KS rim and a second monitor so you can watch YouTube and stuff while ignoring people with the T1. This is actually a really decent rig. The main thing about all rigs that I think are very, very important is this thing, the frame itself. Super important to have something rigid to make sure when you hit the brake pedal, your whole setup doesn't go. And of course, if you have a direct drive wheel, even if it's one of these sort of lower Newton meter output thingamajigs, the sturdier that thing is mounted, the better. Off to a good start. Good job, Normal. Well, next up we have what I think is the end goal of all sim racers. Why let yourself be distracted by silly things like having to shit midway through the race? Get yourself the toilet rig. The real question is though, do you wipe mid-stint, or do you leave that till the end? Disgusting! And if things get a little bit too intense, maybe after the stint you can get off the seat and get straight into the shower. I'm pretty sure there's a shower curtain over there, so ideal setup for you sweaty / incontinent sim racers. So this is Scout's rig, and I'm trying to work out what is this seat mounted on. It looks like, I think that's a seat belt down there. It looks like just a standard car seat, which, you know what? I understand that I have my GT Omega seat and yada yada yada, and it's very comfy and very cool. But if you're on a tight budget, literally going down to your local scrapyard or wherever breaks cars near you and just picking up a car seat and mounting it on its rails is a great idea. It's super cheap, it's super comfy, and whilst having this side-to-side support you get from a bucket seat, it's very cool. Unless you have some sort of super intense motion rig, you don't need that on a sim rig. So really cool little solution there. Sequential shifter, handbrake as well, button box. This is sort of the ideal single monitor setup. I really need to do this. I really need to have a vertical screen somewhere. I see a lot of people doing this. It seems I've always just been put monitor on table, good. This is a really cool solution for if you're doing anything with streaming or anything like that. Wait a minute, is that a cup holder back there? Man, very cool. I always love seeing these little sort of DIY solutions to stuff with sim rigs. What's that bracket? It looks like it's just, I can't tell what this little bracket is or where it's all enclosed, just like a wooden cabinet or something, but I think maybe there'll be a little bit of rattling with this direct drive wheel mounted there. But other than that, again, a very cool setup. I'm a big fan of this. Cat of America says, I need an actual rig, but it's what I got. Oh! Brother is flying and driving at the same time. You love to see that. This is sort of what my desk downstairs looks like. Just like a mess of wires and cameras and whatever. Got the fucking root beer there as well. But these belt-driven Thrustmaster wheels, having a setup like this, where it's just clamped to a desk, is kind of fine. So long as the clamp is good. From memory, when I had a T500 back in the old days, you have to go a long way back to try and find a video of me using one of those. The clamp was a big issue. You could over tighten it and basically snap it. I think I snapped 2 or 3 of the little clamps I had there. So a little wooden desk like that is where they work best. But if you do run the higher end of the 4-seat back those wheels can put out, you do end up having some problems there. I think that you can end up having it move around a little bit. This looks well used and well loved, which is exactly what you want to see from any sim setup. What is this though? Sim panel. I've never seen one of these before. It looks sort of homemade, if not a definitely independent button box. But I guess that's more for the flight stuff, right? A lot of twiddly twaddlies there. Is that a screwdriver? Screwdriver, got amp meter there as well. So this has sort of mad scientist vibes. Deno Racing sends us in this one. We have the mood lighting. Bro's trying to get us in the mood. Want to come back to my place and sit in my sim rig? They've got drift cars in the background there, but the KS rim, which is kind of more of a Formula style rim. I have seen people drift with the Formula rims before, but I kind of feel as if you're asking for some sort of mild hand or head injury. Oh, there was a guy I forget his name and I feel so bad. He finished a race, went to like rest his head on the wheel, or went to like undo his shoes or something like that, and then someone like wrecked him after the race and he got just twatted in the head by the wheel. And whenever I think of drifting and that, I think of that sort of injury. Big fan of the monitor though as well. I mean, I recently went over to ultra wide myself, and it is expensive. It is something definitely to do sort of as an end goal of the sim rig. I think I don't think I'm going to go back now. Having just that range of view is awesome, especially if something like drifting, when you're sort of looking quite far over to the left and the right. Sometimes having that range on the monitor, of course triples in VR do the same thing, but for a single monitor I think it's a really cool solution. Greg Linsky shares us this one with the customized seat on the back, the sticker on the back, very cool. The racing boots, dude, this is clean. Got the desk there as well. What goodies does the desk provide? Sort of Audi e-tron Pikes Peak thing in the background there, a Red Bull, the Max Verstappen Funko Pop thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've got ourselves a serious gamer here. Not sure what pedals they are though, and also it's a bit of a weird setup down there. I mean, that's, unless you have clown feet, you aren't making that heel and toe work. I mean, this and of course the wheel as well gives me iDrive only GT vibes, which is cool. But I always say you should drive everything in sim racing, but if you have something you like, then go crazy. Also, this like button boxing on the side, this is sweet. This looks really neat and tidy. It's like it's sort of standalone. I don't think it's mounted to anything, but really cool. Really like this. This one is from Ryan Huron. And yeah, this reminds me a lot of like one of my first setups I had here. Logitech was it G920 or G? I don't know what they're all called now, but basically it's a G25/G27 with a lick of paint on it. The amount of people that still use these wheels at like a high level is staggering. What I always like to try and like say in these videos, and maybe I don't get the point across very well, you don't really need to have a super high-end setup to be quick. Some of the fastest guys in iRacing and Asetek, of course, are still using wheels like this. But the Curinail on there, and combined with the gubbins on the shifter there, you see the shifter gubbins? Anyone who's done a lot of racing knows what that is. It's basically a mix of sweat and skin. And it don't taste very nice. Now we're talking. Got ourselves the wooden rig. I've seen a couple of guys rock these. And this one belongs to HZBX. And I remember watching an old Niels Schussingveld video from back in the archives, him using a wooden rig and it creaking. Oh, it was top one creakers. But the rail mounted on the wooden blocks there. Who the hell is that guy? Oh my god. Couple of concerning things in this image. 1, the hole in the wall. 2, the Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton make-out picture. 3, the squirty cream lid. Are they all connected? Do we want to know? But you know what? This is a very cool solution. Again, I'm never ever one to look down on someone's efforts to go sim racing. This is a very cool way of doing it. I've never used a wooden rig before because I've always been lucky enough to either have like a integrated seat mount or that, or this awesome GT Omega thing that I have now. But if it works and it's sturdy, that's all that matters. Look at these fucking clamps, heavy duty. This thing is not moving. This one here is from Franz. It looks like it's a PlayStation rig. I think that's Gran Turismo 7 in the background there. And there's a PSVR headset. I was going to say, because this monitor... What? If anyone can figure out what car that is there from this image, let me know in the comments and I'll pin you. My guess is like it's like a Renault Aventine with a roll cage in it or something. That's my guess. I don't think I'm right. This here is basically my first ever sim setup. I say basically because before I did sim racing YouTube, I had it was an Xbox 360 wireless steering wheel. It looks like this. I first thought to myself, what if I clamped it on my desk and then went into cockpit view? I didn't realize that was a thing that people did, so I tried that. And I was just amazed by the feeling of like, oh my god, I'm driving a car. This reminds me a lot of that, because my desk was very similar. Same sort of thing here with the chair as well. And this is one of the problems, right? If you're doing sim racing, you've got a chair and wheels. What happens when you brake? Hi! So what I used to do was literally just stuff some old shoes, like stuff the wheels in some old shoes, and that actually stops the thing from moving. So, but still very cool. It feels like going down memory lane a bit. So Hoshiri says this is a T300 with a Ferrari F1 rim with Fanatec V3s. And the rig I drove 3 hours for what I got off Facebook Marketplace for $100, along with a monitor I got for $50, and somehow it works.
It's very nice.
I mean, it looks all right, doesn't it? It doesn't look bad. I think I can see there'll be a bit of flex on this. Anything with these sort of tighteners on, they tend to just flex anyway. This is a very interesting monitor stand as well, but it seems to do the job. It looks great, and listen, I know a lot of YouTubers, including myself, we're all trying to push something. They're all trying to say, oh, we got this, we got that, etc. And, you know, I'm very thankful for the partnerships I have on that side. But if you don't have the money to go out and buy something new, do what I did and do what many others did when they first started and go and buy something secondhand and see if you like it. See if you enjoy sim racing. There's no point going out there dropping like $5,000 on something and be like, guess it's fun. This is a great way of doing it. $150 for the stand and the monitor. Amazing find there. So the only thing I would probably do is these pedal plates, you see, they flex super easy because you just have this small bit of metal here and nothing down the bottom supporting it. So the only thing I would add to that to make it a bit nicer is probably like just wedge something under there, or go back to that guy who made the wooden rig and ask for a bit of wood to put under there. That would do perfectly. Pecco Cheres has the hospital chair. I'm familiar with that one. I like custom coloured. Is he coloured that in himself? That's very cool. Looks like nail polish or something. And literally a cardboard box with a monitor. Driving LMU. And I bet this guy is probably better than LMU that I am. But look at all this, because like it's a small desk. It's on. He's put it on top of these little stands here as well. All clamps. I always love seeing stuff like this because it makes you like realise people are so passionate about doing it that they'll just find a solution. And yeah, wicked. 10 out of 10. That laptop must cook though. Genuine fire hazard with that cardboard box underneath it. Hutch says, all hail the mighty 2x6 again. Another wooden brother. Look at that. That's someone's bunk bed. What is this chair from? It almost looks like it's from like an MX-5 or something. I know it's not. It's a bit different around the sides here. But another car chair. Fan on the wall there as well. So this has to be a VR setup, surely, because I don't see a monitor at the end. Go right and win. Real. This is really nice. I like this one. And again, another great use of space. It's tucked away in a corner there. I'd be really curious as to how this 2x6 deals with like the force feedback of the Fanatec wheel here, because this is I forget what Newton meter this little cubey guy is, but any direct drive wheel is capable of putting decent force through anything. So, oh, and the tape on the side as well. I love this, man. I love stuff like this. Duck says that they love stickers. Holy hell. And that's a throwback. The cars aren't real, but the racing is sticker. I feel like I should have some more stuff like that again. Guys, let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing any more of the old style merch coming back. I haven't done any for ages because honestly, no excuse. I just haven't done it. If you want it, I'll do it. If you don't, I won't. It's that simple. Well, this is sort of the more up-to-date Thrustmaster Ferrari rim, isn't it? I do like the look of these things. They're meant to be out of the hypercar or the F1 car, but I bet you this little TV monitor thing shakes all over the place. It must do. Oh, there's more stickers. Chat, have we located a weeb? Has a weeb been located? Joel sends this in, and I'm just noticing a real trend of a lot of car sim guys, also flight sim guys. I mean, I've had to go at it in the past, but I've never really had that much of a what's the word?
Next, let's review the thrust levers. We need to be aware of 3 different detents. Use the climb detent labeled CL on your throttle to automatically manage the thrust for the remainder of the flight. Toga to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to preserve our engine life and save fuel. Now let's monitor the engine parameters. As you can see on the
affinity of it. Really, I mean, I feel like I should maybe try a bit more flight stuff. I did mention one a little while ago, maybe trying to do a DCS stream or something, but I'm not sure if you guys are ready for that level of incompetence just yet. Also, can someone check in with Joel, given that Porsche then withdrew completely from WEC. They're still an IMSA, I guess, but bro must be re-evaluating his life choices right now. Bracken says, I built this to fit my big comfy chair and fold down flat to be out of the way so it could basically live on my living room floor. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at this chair! Oh my god, imagine the swamp ass in this thing. So what, like, it's like a desk and it goes over the top, or what? Holds down like... This is so, what a view! This is so cool. Can you imagine sitting in that I can't imagine that comfort sitting in that chair. I'll put the TV on, I'll grab my sim race, and I don't know where this guy is from. I don't know where he's from, but I'm giving him an accent of some sort. This looks so comfy, but I just have to. I am concerned about the swamp ass levels in this. This will retain water. This chair. This has to be the hardest image of the video so far. It has. Look at that. Brother. Oh god! This guy wins. This guy wins already. Media consumer wins. Is that a step ladder? It welded something together here. Holy sh! They're the only pictures they've given us. Has been cat and step ladder. Bro is moving in ways that we cannot possibly understand. This one's from Please No Punterino Jimmer. Oh! Good. Got the monster there as well. Oh, me now. Oh, they're used. This one's from Ollie Stevens. I gotta say, man, this must be a tough one. This chair. This looks like a tough chair. What drugs are they over there? There's some drugs in the corner. I can't quite see what they are. They're over here. Jack, enhance. Great! I love being nosy. What's in your cupboard? What do you got in there, huh? This guy's very good at something. That's where the mystery ends. Holy shit. Barrington, oh my god. This is very similar to the monitor I have here. Complete on 8020 rig. Thrustmaster pedals, interestingly. I always say pedals, like after a rig, are the next thing you should go with. And from my memory, Thrustmaster don't really have like a high-end option. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because everything else here is so ridiculous that it always feels like an oversight to have these pedals. But yeah, this looks great. This looks amazing. This monitor up here as well. Fuck is this shit? Looks like TARS up here, man. I need something like this. My monitor, for your reference, is basically, if I'm looking at it now, my second monitor, it's over here. So you wonder why I crash so much when I read chats. I'm like, huh? Josh says, yes, the towel is necessary. Oh. Bro's got the RAM. Oh, man, that must cook down there. PC next to the pedals as well. Yeah, I get it. The towel. You can see this little seat thing has no back to it. So the Sim Race, the Swamp Pass, is just going to pour out the back. Normski has... Oh, God. Do I need glasses? Oh, this is it here. Shit. So it's a couple of bits of metal bar attached to some wood. And then... the Xbox or PC is behind that, and then it's under the stairs. Oh, props. That's what a use of space there. Does it not slide at all on the floor? That is very cool though. If Harry Potter was a sim racer, Normski would be it. Derek says pedals are not shown because bad cable management. I know. And I'm in my wheelchair, so that's missing too. Looks fine to me. Lovely little setup. This is like entry level sim racing setup. Just literally pedals, wheel, monitor for racing, monitor for shouting at people on Discord. Perfect. At the risk of sounding a little bit sloppy, it's always really nice going back through and looking at people's rigs. It reminds me of my own little journey through sim racing. As a person, my personality in my life has developed around this hobby of mine. And seeing a lot of rigs that remind me of where I started and what I did when I first started doing my first races and my first bit of driving. It's really nice. I don't know. I like doing these videos for that reason, you know. Ah! Bro's got the light source wheel. What is that? Is that Asetek? I don't know much about Asetek wheels, but Christ. Do you race from down here? Is Bro a giraffe? Sweet wheel though, but yeah, I'm not sure about the placement. Also, is that like Project Cars or something? No, it's AMS2. Alright, I'll let you off. Oh, he does say I haven't got a frame yet. So he's got the wheel, but he's not got anything else. Look at this! So, I mean, the rig itself is cool, apart from, oh, monitor gap. Oh, return unusable. Return to user. The track racer rig, nice cinematic setup there as well. Sparko seat, that'll be comfy-ish. But this is the winner. The double... the stacked setup for the mouse and the keyboard there. It actually adds a nice little bit of colour to the rig. And this table in the background as well. I'm not quite sure what's resting on that. Maybe PC or something, but that's kind of nice. I like that. Kind of like the Harlequin Polo, Harlequin Golf, but just a sim setup, kind of. There's an idea. Oh, now we're talking. This is from Jimmy Jam, and this is their sim setup. It's a gamepad. What is this pad? I've never seen this before. Pro 2? Great fingernails, by the way. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I get this question a lot about sim racing, whether you can actually go racing with a gamepad and be competitive. And the answer is yes, you can do. It is harder, I think, and ultimately you can be smoother on the steering wheel. But if you want to get into trying to sim race, I mean, my sim racing journey started on Gran Turismo 5 with a gamepad. I then tried Race 07 on the Xbox 360 with a gamepad, and I really enjoyed the challenge of it, but it was feckin' difficult, and moving to a wheel made it a lot easier. But you can be fast and you can be competitive with a gamepad, so if you can't afford a wheel right now or don't have the space, don't fret. Back out the controller and have some fun. This is a cool one from Ruby and Gamer. A custom design rig for VR racing using Ali profile, a bunch of 3D printed parts and a chair I have sitting around. A completely custom made by them, and apparently with his weight in the rig, it doesn't flex or anything at all. Look at that. What was this? Was this some sort of like Zimmer frame or something? Looks super sturdy. Oh no, it's just the seat itself as that. So I thought it was some sort of frame. It's just the seat itself. Look at that, it folds down. Oh my god! Completely under the bed. That is wicked. I'm really curious about these sort of these moving parts down here, whether that gives any give at all. But otherwise, what ingenuity! And there are some clever fuckers in sim racing, aren't there? Why is it people like me get to have a platform when there are actual intelligent people out there doing stuff like this? This is wicked. 10 out of 10, man. Ivik says, still driving my desk setup proudly, but I know this would be a great setup to roast. I mean, looks fine. Again, we run into the same... Is that a f***ing telescope? Bro checking out the carnage in T1 before arriving himself at Mac 10. What were you playing there? That more weeb stuff? God damn it, they're everywhere. I mean, I've said it a few times in this video. There's nothing wrong with desk setup. It's cool. It works. And if it works and you're having fun, that's all that matters. Alright, cool. Little back-to-back desk and sim rig. Like that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Why? Why do you have that? Where? When? I feel like I've been violated a bit here. Cool room apart from the trauma. I love this guy. Look at that. Chunker, GSI rim. Those are super expensive, but super high quality. Looks like a really nice, well thought out rig apart from these decisions here, but really cool little space there. Just need to try and forget that. Well, guys, that was me reacting, roasting, whatever to your sim racing rigs, all posted in my Discord. Again, you can get involved in the Discord. There'll be a link down below in the description for you to come say hello if you want to. But I think the important thing to take away from all of this is that whilst it's very easy to sit and be like, ha, you have this, you have that, I don't like that. I like to see people's solutions to go in racing. That is the beautiful thing about sim racing that'll always exist to me, is that it's far more accessible than the real racing counterpart. And if you have even just a gamepad and an old laptop, you can get involved in what is, my opinion, one of the greatest hobbies on the internet. So really cool to see your solutions. Thank you all so much for sharing them with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And the good news is that was like a quarter of the rigs that got sent in. So if you did like this video, let me know and we'll do some more. Take care, have an awesome day. See you next time.